This, I guess recently, last week in Kentucky, this is in Campbell County, Kentucky, a high school senior was tapped to give a speech at graduation. His name is Micah Price, and his speech was submitted to school administrators. They reviewed it, they approved it, they rehearsed it with him. And then when he gets up to speak, he does not stick to the script. I'm going to play for you um, a short video of what he said when he opened his speech, just so you could hear it for yourself. It's vertical, so you're still going to see me on screen, but there you go.
Class, before another word is to leave my mouth, I must give the honor, the praise, and the glory to my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. Who in his very word tells us he is the light, he is the way, the truth, and the life. Class, anyone in the audience today, I'm here to tell you that if you don't have any of those things in your life, you can't seem to find the answer, that my Lord and Savior is your answer. He will give you the truth, give you the way, and the life.
Okay, that's all I need to show you. I don't know if you could hear all that, but what he said at the beginning is, I got to give honor, praise, and glory to my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. And then a second later, he says, I'm here to tell you, if you don't have any of those things in your life and you can't seem to find the answer, that my Lord and Savior is your answer. He will give you the truth, give you the way and the life, which is such a thoughtless thing, a thoughtless message to send to your classmates. Like, whatever anxiety you have at that stage of your life when you were graduating high school is not going to be cured with Christianity. Like, whatever you believe, what a message, like, oh, hey, all of you Jews who are graduating, hey, atheists, if you're not a Christian, everything you believe is a lie. You're being steered in the wrong direction. Now let's throw our hats in the air. Like, the rest of his speech was not memorable in any way, even though it was mostly secular. But you could see why this poses a problem for the administration, because everyone knew they approved all these speeches beforehand. And so if this dude's giving a religious talk, a proselytizing talk, you could sue that school district and say you did something illegal, because they did. They could be sued. They would lose. And that's why district officials took very quick action to say, you guys, we had nothing at all to do with this. We said to the student, he could say, I want to thank Jesus in that beginning, but they did not say that he could tell everyone else, like, they're living a lie, that they need Jesus in their lives. They did not approve that. This is from a local article. This is from Local 12 News. If this comes up, their website too doesn't want you to read anything, apparently. Here we go. Let me blow this up a bit here. Superintendent Shelley Wilson says Price's principal chose him to give a speech at graduation. Administrators approved the speeches, which are rehearsed by students. Wilson says Price was approved to thank his Lord and Savior Jesus Christ at the beginning, and then he was supposed to continue into his speech. Instead, he encouraged his classmates to find God. And she went on to say, all speakers were told that going off their submitted speech or any unplanned choices at graduation may have repercussions as they would at any school functions. So basically, this district's like, don't blame us. We had nothing to do with this. It was the kid. Blame the kid. He did it, not us. Don't be mad at us, right? That's their take on this. Interesting. But that said, you know what else that same superintendent said to the local news team? She said, while many of us are proud of this young man's beliefs and are practicing Christians ourselves, yada, 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 we don't like what they did. And I don't get why they needed to stick that line in there, as if, you know, like, we're Christians and we're really proud of this guy for being a Christian. That's like another way of telling Jews and Muslims and atheists you're not proud of them. Like, what are you doing? Is everyone at this school incompetent? I don't get it. But I get what she's trying to do. She's saying, look, we have no problem with this guy's religion, but he didn't do what he told us he was going to do. Okay. And the reason they're very adamant about the fact that they don't want anyone talking about religion is they also don't want students going off script to say, hey, everyone, vote for Biden. Don't do that at a graduation. You don't want a student to just start swearing left and right. There are kids in the audience, or put political statements on their caps and gowns. They don't want distractions. It's a graduation. It's supposed to be bland in the best possible way. It's supposed to be welcoming to everybody. And when you do something that is politically or socially not neutral, it changes that dynamic, right? Now the question is, what repercussions is this kid going to face? Because if you look at a lot of headlines online about this, I've seen a lot of very irresponsible headlines that say this kid did not receive his diploma because of what he did. That is a lie. That is not true. The fact is, he didn't get his diploma that day at graduation. He only got it a couple days later after he had a private conversation with the school principal. I guess he was supposed to explain his actions to the school board, or that rumor got around. But no, the superintendent said, the principal said she was going to talk to the kid. The principal talked to the kid, and then we gave him his diploma. And in fact, he actually put up a picture on TikTok. I will show you this too. He put up a picture on TikTok of himself with his diploma just to show, like, hey, everybody, I got it. So stop saying I didn't get my diploma. So there's that. He got his diploma. And you know what? As far as punishments go, I think that's all he needs. I think that's all that should have happened. I don't think anything else needs to happen to this kid. He did something wrong. His punishment was, you don't get your diploma right now. You got to have a little talking to, and then we'll give you your diploma. That's about the level to which this arises, okay? On TikTok, this kid also says he did break the rules. He said, quote, if anyone is in the wrong, it's me. I went against school policy, school rules. I went against that because I serve a higher power. As if that justifies it. Like, oh, because I'm a Christian, I can break whatever rules I want. It's totally cool. So he's like, I'm guilty, but I'm guilty for Jesus. Like, you're not helping your case, dude. We already know you're guilty. Stop trying to defend it by saying it's okay because you're Christian. Because what's the subtext there? Like, yeah, I did it, but it's cool because I'm not Muslim. I'm not a Jew like those other people. Like, what are you trying to get at? It's not okay because you're Christian. I don't care who you have an allegiance to in your mind. Doesn't matter. Doesn't make it okay. But I don't think he deserves a more serious punishment. This guy's acting like, I just colored outside the lines, but it's cool because I'm a Christian. So I got a little slap on the wrist and now I got my diploma. Here's what he doesn't get. And this is all I guess I want to say to this kid, because I don't think he should be punished beyond anything else that he's gotten already. What he doesn't seem to understand is that the Christian graduates in the audience probably have the same anxieties as everybody else. Jesus does not absolve you from feeling anxious, especially when you're about to go to college. I don't think he understands that he, as a student speaker, is supposed to be a representative for all students. And instead, he made it all about himself and his faith and screw all the rest of you. That's disrespectful to his classmates. I don't think he gets that he took what was supposed to be a moment when he's a representative of the student body and just turned it into something about himself. I don't think he understands that what he said was a slap in the face to religious minorities in the audience who have probably dealt with arrogant Christians like Micah Price for years. And now, having graduated, they're like finally free. I don't think he gets that there's nothing courageous about expressing your Christian faith when Christians are in the majority and have a reputation for bullying religious minorities. Like, what he did wasn't, he broke the rules, yes, but it wasn't, he's not Rosa Parks. He's not breaking the rules for a righteous cause. He's breaking the rules to say, you guys, I'm in the religious majority here. Give me applause. There's nothing courageous about that. I don't think he gets that what he did was the height of Christian privilege, because there is no way a Muslim student or an atheist trying to pull the same stunt would have gotten away with it like he did. I think the consequences for non-Christians doing what he did would have been a lot more serious. And I don't think he gets that the last memory his teachers and administrators will ever have of him is that, oh yeah, Micah Price, this is the kid who created a big hassle for all of us on his way out. Like, some people started sending threats to the administration because they thought he didn't get his diploma. And to his credit, Micah Price is like, do not do that. they gave me my diploma, everything's fine. But also, like, think about what problems he caused for the adults that spent their lives trying to educate this kid. He's like, peace out, I'm graduating. Let me make you deal with local news so you can defend the stupid thing I just did. Like, my God, I promise you, as a former teacher, we all are in the teacher's lounge or behind the scenes, and all we do is talk shit about people who do that sort of stuff because you make our life harder. And also, I don't think he understands that the way he thanked the people who gave him his education is by lying to them about his intentions. He told them he was going to do the speech he had submitted. He did not. So the last thing they're going to remember that this kid did is he lied to us. Or he doesn't understand that all these graduates got to this day by working their butts off and not by praying. And by telling them to worship his God, he's unintentionally dismissing or denigrating all the studying they did, all the sacrifices their families made for them to get to graduation. I mean, I think what his diploma shows is that, yeah, you might have graduated from high school, you might have a formal education, doesn't mean you have any wisdom. I'll leave it at that. What other questions are there? Otherwise, I think I'm done for tonight. I think there is. He's just like those. He's just like those three in the fire. Truly, truly courageous. He had faith. They cannot get to him. Yeah. Kentucky keeps sending us gems like Rand Paul, Mitch McConnell, James Comer. What the fuck is wrong with Kentucky voters? I don't know, man. Maybe they all visited Ark Encounter, drank the water. I don't know what's going on there. I will say they do a nice job of statewide elections. They got Andy Bashir. He's doing fine. More like him. I hope they get to a point when Andy Bashir is not the only Democrat who can get elected statewide. But I don't think any of those senators in Kentucky are up this time around. But man, Kentucky, do better in the rural parts of your state. Like, vote for people who actually care about you and are not arrogant. I always look forward to the live streams. The time just flies by. Thanks. Thanks to me. Thanks to Den. Enjoy the fun weekend. Thank you, Sean. That's very kind of you. I appreciate that.